At a family meeting, I said, I can't wait for our vacation. Then my dad replied with a laugh, it's only for family, without you. They all laughed loudly. I just nodded and left. 5 days later, my mom tried to withdraw $5,000, but then I blocked the card and wrote, pay without me. Panic ensued. I've spent 5 years thinking I finally belonged. Turns out, I was just their ATM with a heartbeat. Growing up, I was invisible. Monica got a new car at 16. Jake got dad's truck. I got a bus pass and a lecture about building character. Christmas, Monica, 17 presents, Jake, 15, me. 4 clearance books. When I graduated valedictorian, they were already discussing Jake's party next year. College was my escape. Full scholarship, computer science. I worked freelance jobs while Monica's dream wedding and Jake's expenses got fully funded by mom and dad. They never offered me a dime. Then I made it. Tech startup, promotions, stock options. By 25, I was making $120,000 a year. That's when they suddenly remembered I existed. It started small. Dad's truck repair, $500. Monica's mortgage, $2,000. Jake's apartment deposit, $1,500. Then mom's surgery deductible. Then dad's foreclosure crisis. I gave them $40,000 and co-signed their mortgage. Suddenly, I was invited to family dinners. They asked about my day. For the first time ever, I felt like I belonged. I didn't see I was just their safety net. 3 weeks ago at dinner, dad announced their beach vacation plans. A week in the Outer Banks. The house sleeps 8. Perfect for our family. My heart swelled. I can't wait. Want help finding deals? Dad laughed hard. It's only for family without you. The table erupted. Monica giggled. Jake nearly choked from laughing. Even mom smiled behind her napkin. But the house sleeps 8. That's only 7 people with me. You don't really mesh with the family dynamic, Monica said casually. I looked at these people I'd saved from foreclosure, whose mortgages I'd covered, whose entire lives I'd subsidized. I mesh fine when you need money, I said quietly. I left. Drove home numb. That's when it hit me. I'd been buying their love, and they were happy to sell it. 5 days later, notification. Mom tried to withdraw $5,000 from the household account I fund. Transaction description, beach house rental deposit. They were using my money to pay for the vacation I wasn't invited to. I froze the account. Added a memo, pay without me. An hour later, mom called. Honey, there's a problem with the account. That's not a problem. I froze it. Silence. If this vacation is family only without me, pay for it without me too. We need that money. We'll lose the deposit. Sounds like a family problem. I'm not family, remember? At least not vacation family. Dad called 20 minutes later, furious. Unfreeze it now. Do good parents exclude their children, then laugh about it? You're being overdramatic. Then it shouldn't be hard to pay for it yourselves. The family group chat exploded. Monica, you're hurting the kids. Jake, selfish. Dad, disappointed in you. I booked a 10-day trip to Italy. First class, luxury hotels, private tours, cost more than their beach house, but I could afford it. I wasn't subsidizing anyone else this year. Mom showed up at my door crying, we can include you now. A pity invite because you need my money? She couldn't answer when I asked when they last called just to talk, or when they'd said they were proud of me. I'm done being your emergency fund, I said. They tried group intervention, all of them at my door. We're sorry, we didn't realize that I have feelings, that exclusion hurts. They promised change, offered to cancel the trip, suggested therapy, but I was done earning love that should have been free. I stopped their mortgage payments 2 months later. They called me heartless, said I was destroying the family. They sold the house, moved to a cramped rental. Monica moved in temporarily. Jake got a second job. Meanwhile, I was in Rome, eating the best pasta of my life, walking through the Sistine Chapel in silence, learning to make fresh pasta from a Tuscan grandmother who showed more warmth and gestures than my family had in 26 years. Not once did anyone make me feel like I didn't belong. Mom's apology letter came after Italy. Pages of promises, family therapy suggestions, childhood photos, buried in the middle. The financial advisor says we might qualify for a loan modification if you co-sign again. I threw it away without finishing. For the first time in my life, I was just happy.